What's going on, people? It's your boy, the Boxing Lowdown, and I'm back here with another video. Now, guys, as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Feel free to drop a comment if you like, and I'll happily get back to you. Now, my people, catching up, doing some videos that I missed over the last week, and I definitely have to talk about this one, man. I did post my feelings on this on the Boxing Lowdown Instagram. If you guys are on there, go ahead and follow that. But Anthony Joshua and Jake Paul in deep negotiations now for a fight set to take place in December. Miami is the location. It's looking like that this really will happen, man. Like, it's looking like that this fight really will happen. I'm not gonna totally put all bets towards it happening yet, for sure, because you never know in this game. But yeah, the news broke last week with regards to this fight happening. Obviously, Jake Paul was supposed to be taking on Gervonta Davis, and that fight didn't happen for, we all know why. Gervonta Davis's issues going on outside the ring, which ultimately prevented that fight from happening. Jake Paul looking for a replacement opponent. Looks at Anthony Joshua, which is just crazy. It tells you where the boxing world is right now. Gervonta Davis, a natural lightweight, 135 pounds is his weight limit, and then you don't get that fight. Then your next opponent is a 200 plus pound heavyweight in Anthony Joshua. So yeah, boxing's crazy. This is where we are right now. I mean, I'm tired of saying the same stuff in these videos about boxing and where we are, but it's true. This is where we are in boxing right now. These novelty fights are currently taking over. Do you know? This is what the demand seems to be. And obviously it's not going to be from the likes of me and you. The demand is definitely not from us, but this is what people, I guess, want to look at, want to see, because the internet went crazy when this news broke last week that the fight was close to being done. How do we look at AJ for this? Now, I've had time to think about it. If I was to do a video on this when this first got dropped, it would have been a lot of, I'm disappointed in AJ. Why are you doing this? Like, I have to look at you differently now. And people are still thinking that, people are still saying that, and I'm still saying it. Do you know what I mean? But I have had time to reflect on it. And like, I heard what Eddie Hearn had to say on Talksport about this, and the fact that AJ he has a plan for next year, if we're to be believed, with the Tyson Fury fight. Tyson Fury said he's retired multiple times, but you never believe what he says. You know what I mean? But AJ's got a plan next year. He's got a number of fights that he wants to hit. He was always going to have a tune-up in, either December or January. And, this fight here with Jake Paul would be looked, it shouldn't be sanctioned. If we're being honest, it shouldn't be. Like, Jake Paul, if he was a heavyweight over here in Britain, he wouldn't even be British level. He would not be able to fight for a British title. Anthony Joshua surpassed British level years ago. Years ago. Jake Paul should not be anywhere near the same ring as Anthony Joshua. It should not be sanctioned as a fight. Do you get mad at AJ though for taking it? Because he was going to take it for him. And I'm purely thinking about from his perspective now and his team. They were looking at a tune-up anyway for December, January, before they really get down to business in 2026. Jake Paul will be looked at as a tune-up, of course, but a very profitable tune-up in terms of the money that he'd make. So if you were AJ's manager, and I hate to talk like this, but if you was AJ's manager and you were going to put him in with a tune-up in December or January, and then the option came to fight against someone that you know you're going to beat, who isn't on your level, and you're making 10, 20, 30 times more than you would have made previously, who wouldn't do it? You know, it's just the fact that it's Jake Paul. I think it's the name, like, and where we are with boxing as a whole. So I don't know. I still think that this fight should not be sanctioned. Jake Paul, his only real competitive fight against an actual competitive boxer, he lost, and that was Tommy Fury. We're not going to throw Mike Tyson in there. We're not going to throw Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. in there. Those guys are, especially Mike Tyson, man. He's 60 years old. Do you know what I mean? Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. hasn't fought for years. Like, this is Anthony Joshua, man, a heavyweight contender, former heavyweight, unified heavyweight champion. So, yeah, it's ridiculous to me. Doesn't make any sense. But this is where we are. This is where we are, and this is where we're going to continue to be, because this is the landscape of the sport right now. So, yeah, I understand it, and I hate to say that again, but I understand it if I was Team AJ, if I was in their camp. But for me, as a boxing fan, I'm not in your camp. I'm a boxing fan that just wants to see the best for the sport. And for me, this is not it. This is a horrible mismatch that could get really ugly if there is no script to this. Do you know what I mean? Because you've got to throw that in there nowadays. If there is no script to this and these two guys are actually competitively fighting, then this is a fight that should not be sanctioned. It's a horrible mismatch and one which could really cause serious damage for Jake Paul. We saw what happened to Francis Ngannou, which was a novelty fight in itself. But Francis Ngannou at least is he's a fighting man. He's been in combat sports and he was a champion in the UFC. But Jake Paul is new to this boxing. Well, he's been there for a couple of years now, but he's just not. This is not a fight. It's not. It really isn't, man. Jake Paul would literally be area level if he was a heavyweight over here in the UK. He would be area level. Would you put in the area level champion, heavyweight champion, whoever that is, against Anthony Joshua? You wouldn't. So yeah, this is really, it shouldn't happen, but it's bigger than me and you. You know, if the powers that be want it to happen, it will happen. So yeah, just my thoughts on it, guys. Nothing official yet. You know, nothing official yet. It hasn't been confirmed, but there are serious talks. We're in deep negotiations now with it happening. And if the powers that be want it to happen, it will happen. And if it's going to happen, we're going to need to get an announcement soon, right? Because we're talking early December in Miami. So they really would need to get that done soon. Or would it be late December? I don't know. But it will be December. So I'm all over the place with this one, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll catch you on the next video.